imagine a situation. You have a date that you're very excited about. You're about to meet a girl that you really like. You had insane sexual, physical, and emotional chemistry, and you have set some plans to go for a drink tonight. And then on the day of the date, the girl suddenly ghosts you and doesn't reply to the messages and doesn't show up to a date. How would you feel and what would you do? It was exactly what happened to me yesterday. I had an insane connection on the initial conversation I had with this girl, and we agreed to meet. She even told me multiple times, like, I want to meet you. And even the day before, she confirmed, let's go, let's meet. And then on the day of the date, for some reason, she didn't respond and she didn't show up. Now, sometimes that happens, right? Is it disrespectful for a girl to ghost you like that? Yes, it is. But it happens, and sometimes you can't control it. So what did I do in this situation? I could have just felt pissed off and frustrated, which I did, to be honest. I really like this girl. But then how do you respond to that? How do you respond? Where do you go from there? What I did is I had a date at 6 p.m. I showed up. She wasn't there. So I just went and walked around. There was a free concert in Madrid, which was very, very cool. And as I was going away from the concert at 8 p.m., I literally crossed eyes with a girl on the massive street here in Madrid. And we crossed each other. I went to talk to her, and we had an immediate connection as well. We went to have a drink at a bar. It was very, very fun conversation. And we had a lot of sexual chemistry, a lot of emotional chemistry too. And that girl, from there, ended up at my home. And she was a Spanish girl. She works at a bank. And she was coming from work, literally, in her work clothes. So what does that tell you? What that tells me is that in life, it doesn't matter what happens to you. It matters how you respond to what things happen to you. Because I could have easily just gone home, be like, fuck this. Life is not fair. Girl didn't show up. I don't want to date anyone anymore. This is ridiculous. And yes, I mean, I was frustrated. Like, of course, I'm a human. I had an insane connection with this girl, the one that ghosted. And I was thinking, like, why would you do that, right? I mean, we had such a great connection. But at the same time, maybe something happened to her. Maybe she wasn't ready. Maybe she got cold feet. Whatever. I can't control that. But what I can control is how I show up and how do I deal with that situation. And how I dealt with that situation yesterday is I took a breath, I went to see a concert, and then I met another girl that I had a date, fantastic time, really great connection, and in the end it was a very, very fun evening. So when life gives you lemons, you squeeze that lemon juice pretty hard. It's not only about knowing how to talk to women. It's not only about being confident and knowing how to flirt, which is of course a big part. It's also being strong mentally tough, and not letting these flakes or ghosting or rejections get to you, and not feeling sorry for yourself when things don't go your way. You have to keep going. You have to process these rough times, and then you just keep going, and then you just make things happen. And the worst thing you can do is feel sorry for yourself. When you start feeling sorry for yourself, that's where it gets fucked up. Because if you feel sorry for yourself, then you cannot actually improve your situation. You're blaming someone else. And yes, some things are outside of your control, but if you feel sorry for yourself and you don't take action for a repeated amount of time because things didn't go your way, then it's your fault, it's your problem. So never ever feel sorry for yourself. Process the downturns, process when things don't go well, take a breath and keep going. Remember that every potential girl that walks past is a potential great, fantastic connection that you can have. Maybe you have fantastic time for one night, maybe you have fantastic time for a few weeks, months, or maybe she's your next girlfriend/wife. Who knows? But you gotta take that chance.